All right, here we are finishing another day in the green, continuing the green streak. Green is good, $213 in the green. Traded three different stocks, BTTX, GovX, and TBLT. So I'm going to go through those trades that I took today, get a nice solid base hit, $213. But first, I want to welcome new subscribers. I noticed we had a recent influx of new subscribers coming from my fellow friend Relentless Trading or Relentless Trader. So I welcome you guys to Triad Trading. This is where I document my journey, or I have been documenting my journey from non-profitability, non-consistent to now consistently profitable, and now in the process of scaling up my strategy. And this is where I document the good and the bad and the ugly. And so I would just like to welcome you guys to the channel. So let's go through these trades here. So I first traded BTTX in the morning, pre-market. So pre-market has popped up on some news. The news here says completes pivotal trial of BT001 for type 2 diabetes, announces positive secondary endpoint results following earlier announcement for positive primary endpoint results. So pretty, I would say, pretty confusing if you're a new trader. Definitely, for sure, this is like something that's like, what the heck is this trying to tell me here? But the key words here are pivotal trial and type 2 diabetes, and secondary endpoint. So secondary endpoint, positive secondary endpoint means like successful results, and then also pivotal trial means it's something significant. And then type 2 diabetes is something that's like very common, very well known, and so a lot of traders are going to be seeing those keywords and going to be acting on those and trading, anticipating a bigger move because everybody's aware of type 2 diabetes. It would be different if the company announces news where it's like some random disease that nobody knows about and has no idea the significance of it. But type 2 diabetes, if a company's trying to make changes in the healthcare of type 2 diabetes, that's very, very significant for the community. And so that's why traders see that and pick up on those keywords. And that's how we get significant moves and significant momentum. And that's how you're able to kind of anticipate bigger moves just from reading and picking up on some of those keywords in the news. So here it popped up pre-market. I didn't trade this in here because it was a little bit low volume. But once we popped over $2, I was like, all right, it's in play. But I hesitated for 1 second, and it completely threw me off here on this move. I hesitated for 1 minute on this first 1 minute pullback. It seemed to be like paused for like a second. The buyers like disappeared and the bid dropped. I remember the bid dropped 8 to an 8-cent spread, and it spooked me a little bit. So I didn't want to get in. But just in like a blink of an eye, everything just filled up to 213 and popped up into 220, 230. And then here again, this was like the first day I was trying my new hotkeys, and I was like fumbling the football trying to remember what button was it to buy, and I completely butchered this, and I completely missed that trade there. But that would have been a beautiful support bounce off the 9 EMA with a crazy, like, what was this, like a 20% 15% candle? That's insane. That could have been your daily goal and walk away right there. And then here we kind of curled up into another nice breakout through 250. So here, actually, let me pull up the trades. Yeah, so I kind of fumbled the football in here. I was all break even down in this area. Maybe I think right here I was like small green because I got at 216 and then I sold at 225 and then I added back at 233 for the breakout. So that's how that happened. And it was like small green, like $25. And here I'm trading small size because pre-market, I don't really do as well. It's not really like my golden hour. So I'm just focus on getting base hits, just getting a little cushion on the day. And, you know, if I'm not doing good pre-market, if I'm down a little bit, that's okay. You know, it's, at least I'm not, the last thing I want is to be massively red pre-market. So that's why I trade small size in the time zones where I'm not as profitable that I usually am after the market open. And it usually also signifies like momentum in the market. If it's a good pre-market, then there's also, you know, a good opportunity or a good signal that there's going to be a good opportunity after the open. So it's really good to kind of stick around and trade a little bit pre-market to kind of warm up a little bit. So here, kind of scalping the dips, and then here we break out. 9 EMA catches up, kind of pushes it out of 246 and up to 250, and I start scalping that as well. So I get my entry here, small size still, 242, and then adding at 250. And then adding here, I actually added way higher at 256. I was anticipating another run, but then just like the level 2 got so thick and it was so hard to trade that I just started taking my break-even trade there. So I BTTX, small green, completely fumbled the football, only up $14. But if I could have traded this again, I definitely would have gotten more aggressive and would have, you know, at least gave this a stab on this 1 minute pullback, because you did get fresh volume. Jumped from 50,000 shares per minute to 171,000 shares per minute. So it's a huge jump in volume, showing that there's traders now buying this up. And so, you know, I should have at least just, even if I put in 100 shares, it just would have kind of broke the ice, and I would have got more aggressive maybe here and been a little bit more patient and confident for this pullback and not sell so soon at 25 down here. I could have got an extra 20 cents. So that was BTTX. GOVX, we'll go over this. I think I had one trade or something on this. So we'll go over this. It doesn't want to show my trades here. Yeah, pre-market here, bought the first 1 minute candle, make a new high, anticipating a breakout of 195, adding at 192 again, trying to see a move, but it just didn't happen. So I was able to spot that before it went complete backside and took a small loss on it, $2 loss. Small size, still small size. And then TBLT was the next stock, and I was like, all right, I'm not letting this one make its move without making some gains on it. So here I didn't spot it until about this area. So I made a nice first leg before I actually saw it. And then we got a first pullback. Then we popped up again, and now it's the second pullback. So this one's a little bit more risky. This could have easily dumped down to 519, 520 area. So I was a little bit cautious, trading small size still, only about $1,000 position size, a little bit more than $1,000 position size. Scalping the dips. So 1 cent there, or wait, let me see. This was 2 cent there, 1 cent there, so very small gains. Here we consolidate. This would have been a really nice bounce off the 9 EMA, but I didn't trade it. Usually the first touch, after a fresh breakout, the first touch off the 9 EMA is an amazing entry, majority of the time. So that would have been really good, and I could have got potential 20, 30 cents there in 2 minutes, or 20 cents in 2 minutes. But then I went for the breakout here of 560. This was my next trade, small size, still only 100 shares. Just trying to get my feet wet, trying to build my confidence a little bit. 62, so that's 6 cents there. And then by the first 1 minute pullback after a fresh breakout on higher volume, another 4 cents there, scalping the dip here for another cent, and then buying here for another 2 cents there, scalping the dip. Then we started going backside, and then I didn't start trading this. Here's another quick scalp there. I was anticipating a bigger move, but then we started riding up into the open right under $6, and I was like, this is going to break $6. I didn't buy pre-market and hold into the open. I don't like to do that because you never really know what's going to happen from from 9:29 to 9:30 is like the most risky moments in time of trading, and so that's why I like to just close my pre-market positions at latest 9:29, and then I want to open my position back again at 9:30 in case I get caught in something crazy. Here, scalped a little bit. TBLT, however, small loss, only 4-cent loss on 100 shares. Then market opened, we get that immediate push over 6, and I add at 601, 601 again, and then 607, and taking my profits. But overall, only like a 1 or 2 cent gain here on this first 1 minute candle on 750 shares. And then I get back in, trading now bigger share size. We moved it up to 500 share increments, so $3,000 increments to my position, and scalp nice 3 cents there, a nice 4 cents there off this dip for this continuation move. This one again was on bigger size, and then we got the nice move here. I bought back in at 32, so the low of this candle, kind of as it had that 1 minute pullback and then retesting the high again at 35. So I added my first position at 32, and then adding it as it kind of rose up at 427, and now I'm looking for the breakthrough 650. Once we got that break at 650, we're actually sold at 649.62, so right under 650. I didn't want to take any chances, I guess. Taking most of my profits there. Well, all of my profits, and then tried to go for another dip for maybe another continuation move, but it didn't work out. Took it off break even. So increasing my share size, which is really good. I definitely got over $5,000 or $6,000 position size, which is really, really good, and definitely I'm pointing in the right direction for share size. Did go for another backside dips here, but didn't really work out all that much. I was about break even going backside. I think maybe a $50 loss. And then I made it back on this bounce off the VWAP and a breakthrough 6, 2 cents there, and then trying to scalp the pullback here, but it didn't hold up. I was anticipating a 1 minute pullback to 90 EMA and then another leg up. Maybe would see some squeeze. It curled back through and trying to catch some momentum. Maybe it would squeeze out and go back to high a day. Didn't quite work out like that, but I was able to scalp 2 cents, 3 cents. I took one loss there. This was, so 35. I was way up here, 100 shares, 15 cent, wow, 20 cent loss on 100 shares. That's kind of bad percent there. It's about a 17, about a 3% loss. So I could have cut that one faster. I got in at 35. I was anticipating a squeeze. I thought I was going to squeeze into like a halt or up or something like that through high a day. And then here, like all of this area, I was really anticipating a squeeze through high a day. I was anticipating a squeeze back through high a day. It was strong sell-off, but if it was holding VWAP, there was definitely a chance. There was definitely a chance. But I was definitely taking my profits early. I was not holding because it's very risky in this market to be holding for long periods of time, especially after you had that big dump here. But it never really held up the VWAP. So I just kept with my small size, scalping, and that's where I made most of my profits, is this front side here, and then scalping the range kind of. And if it did open up to the front side, then I would be back to like anticipating breakouts. But if you're still stuck in this range, then I'm not looking to be adding at the top of the range, looking for a breakout to then see a short squeeze. I'm looking to buy the dips, sell the pops, and you know what? If the pop holds and then starts squeezing, then I can start getting into a front side trading mode. But if it's still in a range here, not really curling back up to the high, then there's no reason I should be looking for a front side move. So it's good that I was taking my profits quick in this area. And then we did get that backside dump, but did curl back up midday, and I tried trading it again, small size. After like 10:30, I'm always sized down, because if I'm in the green by 10 o'clock or 10:30, then I'm starting to think about protecting the profits that I made on the day. I don't want to be taking too much risk midday, because there's just not as much volatility, not as much volume, not as much opportunity that I am able to thrive or do really well on. The moment I thrive is right at 9:30 to 10:30. After that, momentum has really died down. At least the past couple of months, it's been like that. And at that point, I'm sized way down, maybe like a quarter at most. And if I make a little more money on top of my profits, great. But I don't want to be in the mode of giving back half of my profits. Or there's been times where I get back trading at 11 or 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and I give back everything that I made from 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Where I do the best in. And I'm just tired of going down that road. And so that's how I've kind of adapted to protecting my profits on the day. And the fact that I'm now full-time trading, it's very important that I stay disciplined and protect my capital and protect the profits that I've spent so much time accumulating. And $213 is significant. It's a significant amount of money to make in 3 hours. So I'm definitely a little bit protective over that, and not willing to really give that back on a midday move and trying to swing for home runs. Small size is cool. If I make a little extra, that's great. That's just like the icing on top. But between 9:30 and 10:30, that's where I take pretty much 90 to 95% of my risk, and it's been paying off. So that's it. There's 1 day left in July. My goal is to finish strong. And then for August, I think, after my consistency this month, there's a really challenging month. I know a lot of traders struggled, but I've seemed to be very comfortable with my share size, and it's allowed me to be consistent. So when August comes around next week, I'm going to look to increase my share size at least by 50%, 25 to 50%, and and then kind of see how that goes. And then if it goes well, then I can increase it more. But I think I'm ready for that next level. I can feel it. I can feel that next level coming in my trading, my next level of share size, and getting back to challenging myself. But for right now, my goal is just to finish July strong, keep with the share size, not get too aggressive tomorrow. So the last day of the week, last day of the month, coming off a good stride here, and I want to keep it that way. So I'm just gonna approach Friday tomorrow like I've approached every other day this month, is pre-market, just kind of warm up and try to get dialed in between 9:30 and 10:30, make my profits. And I don't want to have a loss bigger than $100. I would say there's no reason to have a loss bigger than $100 tomorrow if I do have a red day. But obviously I don't plan on it. But the way it's been going, just got to stay focused, stay calm, stay cool, collected. Tomorrow is really not a different day than any other day. It's all just, in concept that it's, the end of the week or the end of the month. So it really makes no difference. And every separate trading day is its own, chance of being green or red. I forget what the word is called, but it's, if you roll the dice 3 times, the chances of getting a 6 on every single time is the same. So, when people go and try to play roulette and they say, oh, it landed on red already 5 times. So that means the 6th time has a higher chance of being green or black instead of red. That's just entirely false. It's false. It's completely in your head. Every single roll or spin of roulette has the same chance of being red or black, no matter how many times it's been red in the past. It still has the same chance of being red again. So the same thing applies to trading. It doesn't matter how many green days you've had in a row. The next day always stands it by itself. It always has the same chance of being green or red on the day, and you can't get too much wrapped in your head of trying or like thinking like, oh, it's been 4 red days in a row, tomorrow has to be green, or I've had 20 green days in a row and tomorrow could be a red day. That's just like all concept and fighting inside your head, but in reality it's all just a separate an equal chance of being green or red. So and that's a good approach to going into tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day of the week, last day of the month, so just got to treat it like any other day. So that's it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next day trading recap. If you guys are still watching at this point, please hit the thumbs up button. Also, comment down below how you did today and what trades you took and what you were trading. And also consider subscribing if you're new. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next recap. All right, peace.